What do you want?
You're listening to the DVM production empire. Packed with content, millions of downloads, taking the world by force. Join the empire today at dvmpe.com.
Groovy. In a world where stupid runs rampant, two podcasters run into stupid at every turn. In Indonesia, a sex god falls from the sky. The $2 bill goes from chicken tenders to legal tender. And when Lord of the Flies is already checked out at the school library, one teacher makes do. Don't do the sound again.
I'm not.
I feel like you were going to do the sound again.
I promise I won't do it.
Please don't do the sound again. God damn it. Just start the music.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid's Talking Stupid on the DVMPE.com. I am Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid so you don't have to.
We got a good week for you this week. A whole lot of stupid going on.
Yes, we're representing around the globe again.
Oh, cool. We're going global.
Yeah, this one's kind of an interesting starting point.
I almost wish we could find like more global stuff, because then that could be its own segment if we wanted to make a segment on it. You know.
I just kind of like incorporating it with us, so that way we don't feel like our country.
One world, y'all. One world. One world, one stupid. That should be the slogan.
Well, this first story takes place in a small village in Jakarta, Indonesia.
I love that place. There's summer there sometimes.
There was So on March 9th, there was a solar eclipse that engulfed Indonesia completely. Like they're like, oh man, this is an amazing, beautiful thing. Like to them, it's a big deal.
Right.
Like to us, it's, which Instagram filter can I use to put this on my feed and get like 12 likes?
Right.
But to them, it's a big deal.
Is it like a religious thing?
They believe it is a spiritual experience.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's necessarily heavily religious, but
or
it
if
is
it's just like, by the way, God's there. This is his proof.
So yeah, something like that. There was an angel that fell from the sky.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a fisherman that found this angel that they believe fell from the sky. He took it to his village, and he started taking care of it as if it were a real human being.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, I mean, he cleaned it.
Well, you find an angel.
Yeah, he took care of it.
You got to take care of it.
He clothed it. It was given a blouse.
That was a Wednesday, by the way. So this wasn't a normal Wednesday. Like, this was a special Wednesday.
See, okay, I forgot to preface this. The 9th was the solar eclipse. On the 12th, they found this angel.
Okay.
Which is why they were like,
okay,
well, this is clearly
so
a sign
it was a
from
crazy,
the solar eclipse.
Then it was a crazy weekend, then.
Yeah. You have to have a crazy weekend.
Yeah. Busy Saturday. What are you doing this Saturday?
I don't know. Thinking about going checking out the eclipse. What are you doing?
Well, no, the eclipse already happened, but I hear crap falls from the sky after an eclipse.
What?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I didn't hear about that.
I'm going angel hunting.
Oh, angels fall from the sky.
They do during an eclipse because they can't see.
Okay.
Because the sun, the sun's always there.
I get you.
So they like come from heaven, and then it's like, you ever come to your house and like somebody like has turned off the porch light?
Oh, and you can't see where you're going.
You can't see where you're going. You don't know where your keys going or whatever. So angels do that. They're coming here to walk around with like Michael Landon or touch people like they do. Ever see Touched by an Angel?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm surprised that angel wasn't arrested. But nonetheless, yeah. So they can't see because the light's off, and then they get discombobulated, scientific term.
Okay.
Discombobulated, and then they fall to Earth.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And it probably also makes sense why this angel was slowly deflating.
What do you mean?
Well, this angel, who the fisherman had been taking care of, like washing it every day, gave it clothes.
Sure.
It turns out it's an inflatable sex doll.
Oh, is that why the angel looked so surprised?
Yeah.
I thought Oh!
It's that Holy Spirit.
I just thought it was like, oh no! I'm falling. Where's the sun?
Like if Mr. Bill were an angel.
Oh no! Get that out of there.
Don't you mean?
Did he did he give it a name? Did he?
Oh no, Mr. Hand. They did not give it a name. They just thought it was.
Did they
an angel.
ask it its name?
No, it's probably a sound observer.
Its name is Taiwan.
That's where it was made.
That's where it was made.
Yeah, the village buzz caught the attention of the local police, and they when they got there, so people in the village are thinking, "Yeah, hello."
I would like to report an angel.
Have you been drinking, sir?
No, I've not been drinking. Apparently, after the eclipse, my neighbor has found himself an angel, and he's doing terrible things to it. Why are you laughing, sir? Why are you laughing? I saw something on my TV which made me laugh. Why are you laughing, sir? This is an angel we're
We
talking
must be
about.
watching the same show.
We must be watching the same. Is it? Are you watching Archer?
Yeah, it's a great episode.
It's a great episode. But now, back to this angel that's being terribly, terribly treated. Like, granted, he did give it clothes.
Well, that's nice. He didn't have to.
Apparently, it doesn't want to eat anything.
Just chews it and spits it right out.
Chews and spits it right out.
And she's wasting away.
She's wasting away. And I just think you should get over there.
Well, we'll investigate.
Okay, you investigate.
I'm gonna need some private time while I investigate this further. Yeah, so the police went there and found out. Yeah, that's an inflatable doll. The area's police chief had to quote that to the local media. So it was checked by one of our team. It was a sex toy. Come in.
We had a report of an angel.
Yeah. Yeah, I found an angel.
Oh, you found an angel?
Yeah, it's been blessing my house for the last few days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been taking good care of her, so you don't have to worry.
Oh.
She hasn't really. I don't know her name. But she.
I believe that her name is Betsy.
Betsy, what? Have you met her?
I have seen her online.
Oh, I didn't realize angels could use the internet. Is there like a Facebook for angels?
It's more of an Amazon.
Okay.
And Betsy, you know what? I'm going to have to take this in the other room to get her story.
Okay.
It's policy.
I've been trying to get her to talk. She
won't say anything.
No, she just sits there and watches watches over it
and looks very surprised.
I believe she's just very taken aback by her surroundings. Like this isn't heaven,
No.
even though I like to say it's my little slice.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna take her in the other room. And,
Okay.
Slam.
Do you need anything in there?
No, go away. Leave me alone. Who's an angel? Who's an angel? Do you have a compressor?
No, we don't. No.
Got something in her eye. We need an air compressor.
Oh, should I call an ambulance?
No, do not call an ambulance.
You
Just
said
do not open the door.
Something's in her eye. Do you need help?
I need the air to blow it out. There's something in her eye.
Just the idea of someone using an air compressor, like, I got an eyelash. Here, hold on. Did you get it? Yeah, all my eyelashes are gone.
I got it, and she's feeling better. She's sitting upright.
She's kind of smiling.
Kind of smiling. Works a lot better. I mean, feels a lot better.
I saved. I don't know if she saved, but I feel saved.
I'm going to go ahead and call this code 4, and some other people might come by to check it out.
Okay.
Just kind of a follow-up.
All right.
So, just don't worry about that. But keep that compressor handy. You never know when something else will get in her eye. See, it's funny because I don't actually mean that, but that works as well.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They actually dressed up a sex doll thinking it was an angel.
Oh, sure.
Like, this isn't This isn't your
Can't have it
average.
sitting around naked. It's an angel.
This isn't your average Jesus toast.
No, it's not.
This is like the first biblical sign. You're like, I could probably stick my dick in that. There's no crying statues. I'm like, I like the way your marble's shaped.
God. Oh, man.
Yeah.
By that Holy Spirit. We're going to get letters.
I mean, I won't be able to read them.
No.
But.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know
what else to say about it. It's just, I don't know. But I just can't imagine, the mindset of this guy being like, I found an angel.
I mean, if you're a fisherman, you just sit on a boat all day, like not even like going fishing as your hobby. I'm talking
like your job.
That's your life. You fish for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're out there in the sun all day. You're probably
oh yeah.
That's how the whole thing of mermaids started, because people started, getting imagination,
what are you
running
talking
crazy.
About?
Mermaids aren't real.
What? They are, and they comb their hair with a fork, and they have Jamaican crabs as their friends.
We're going to have a talk later.
Okay. About what?
About not
believing things?
Not believing everything you hear.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, there was a story. I'm pretty sure the government released a... Didn't the government release a statement saying that there was no such thing as mermaids?
No. Maybe. That should be a story in its own self.
Well, that happened years ago. So there was a show on, I think, Discovery about mermaids, and then because there was an overwhelming response of people going, so mermaids are real?
Yeah, no, it was like a fake show.
Right, no, but it was just like a fun show. Like it wasn't.
I know, but wasn't it like a fake, History Channel? Like something was on the History Channel and it was fake, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's real."
It was either History Channel or Discovery. It was one of those channels where they just did it as like a kind of like fucking around. People took it serious, and someone had to. I want to say someone in the government, not just like some random dude that works in a building out in the middle of nowhere. I'm talking like an actual government official had to say, there's no such thing as mermaids.
Oh my God. I'm looking right now, but that would be awesome.
I can't believe you haven't heard of the story.
I don't think I have.
This is probably a couple years ago now.
I see a YouTube video that says mermaids' existence confirmed by U.S. government.
If you want to, we can get into this next episode.
U.S. government confirmed. Okay, yeah. We got to remember that. Is the government hiding the truth about mermaids?
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's Animal Planet.
Oh, okay.
Still, we can still talk about it. That's awesome.
Anyway.
We should do a conspiracy show about the dumbest crap.
I already have one of those going on.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Never mind. You could do a bit about the mermaids. Anyway. Next.
Speaking of the unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Would you believe
I repeated
that no one in a Houston school, nor the police that showed up, believed that a $2 bill is legal currency?
Really?
Yeah, so there was
a $2 bill,
like an authentic, real $2 bill, things that you can go to the bank right now and get. It's absolutely legal tender. It wasn't just. It's not one of those things that, like the $1,000 bill, which I think was made forever ago for one specific purpose and they gotten rid of.
No, I mean I get them from time to time. Steven loves those things.
Yeah,
Steven's got a wallet full of them.
I think I have a couple just like in an address book because it's kind of like, yeah, it's a $2 bill. It's weird. Yeah, I have a few of the dollar coins at home just because it's fun, weird currency. It's something you don't see every day. But there is in Houston, Texas, an 8th grader was pulled out of the cafeteria, wasn't allowed to eat lunch, while the police in the school investigated her $2 bill. Not because they thought the $2 bill was a forged $2 bill, but because they didn't think the $2 bill was real, like, in existence in the history of the country.
People believe it was a thing.
Yeah, they in their eyes, there's no way a $2 bill could be a legitimate thing. There's 1, there's 5, there's 10, there's 20, there's 50, there's 100. That's it. But there's also a $2 bill.
Yeah. But not in Houston.
Well, apparently there was one, and that drove people insane.
People lost their crap.
Now, I mean, I will say, not even in their defense, but for instance, if you, like growing up, we had very different looking money than what money is now. Like the $20 bill that we have from like when I was growing up, like the first $20 bill I had, it looked like the play money you see now almost.
Right.
Where the font is different, the shape, I believe the paper might even be different now, but they use different inks and
right.
all this kind of anti-theft stuff with holograms. And the money now, it looks fake because it's so comically colorized.
Yeah.
Before, I was like, yeah, money, it's green. That's what it is. Green paper.
Well, it's better than freaking Canada, man. I went to Canada, and I tried to pay with a $20 bill, and they were like, oh, my God, this money, it looks like Monopoly money. I'm like, it's green. I go, you guys have literally pink, yellow, green-ish, blue. I'm like, that's Monopoly money. I'm like, you guys speak French, and you got a picture of the Queen on yours. That's weird. Don't talk about my money.
But you talk about my money.
They got things called loonies and toonies and a $2 coin with a bear on it.
Well, I need that.
Yeah, you need one of I think I have one somewhere.
Give me your $2 bear coin.
I'll look for it.
No. Stop what you're doing and go get me that fucking coin.
I believe it's somewhere.
You're still sitting here.
But I can't believe that people are like, there is no way in hell.
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make is if you try to, I still just on Saturday we had someone pay with an older $10 bill, and 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that are getting their first jobs,
right,
are they call those into question constantly because the only money they know is the new $10 bill, the new $20
right.
bill. So when they get a bit of money that's 15 years old, they lose their mind. Like, this is fake. How dare you?
How dare you?
I mean, I'm sure everyone's had some kind of experience where they try to use legal tender, like actual money. And someone somewhere, even if you didn't experience it yourself, someone who has been attempted to be churned away.
Right. By it not being real.
Yeah. And normally it's just a matter of, the young person on the register is like, hey, this isn't real. It's like, it is real. Just confirm it with your manager. The manager
right.
comes over. Yeah, it is real. It's just old. Okay, cool. But sometimes you get the managers who are also young and they're like, that's also fake.
That doesn't seem real to me.
And if you're a customer, that is inconvenient to you.
Oh, sure.
But if you're an 8th grader trying to buy chicken tenders using a $2 bill, to the point where
legal tender, chick, I get it now.
Yeah, there it is. I didn't feel too good about that when I wrote it.
But I just can't imagine them being like, nope.
Yeah, so first the cafeteria worker is like, this is fake. You're going to get in trouble. Calls the people that are gets school officials. School officials come in and say, this is fake. You're going to get in trouble. Did you find it?
I totally found it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's Canada $2 with a bear on it. This is fucking real.
That's for you. You could have that.
I got $2. Second.
Actually, I'm not sure what the
$2.
I'm not sure what the transfer fee is.
Dollary dues. Bingo, bango, bongos.
There.
Okay, so the school officials, they said you're in trouble. This is fake. We're calling the police.
There wasn't a single person in this area, though, that knew?
They didn't talk to every single person that works at the school.
Well, they should have.
But, I mean, the person, obviously the cafeteria worker said it was fake. Got school officials.
Psst, Bill.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a $2 bill?
$2 bill? No.
I think this one, it's got Thomas Jefferson on it.
Okay.
And on the back, it's a very lovely picture of the Declaration of Independence.
That doesn't sound real.
This child is trying to buy chicken nuggets with it.
Does she think we were born yesterday?
I think so, but I'm just wondering, should I ask anyone else in the school, or should I just go straight to the police?
Go to the police.
Okay, because the police would know that sort of thing, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm calling them up. I'm calling them right. Boop, 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 boop.
Must be taking a long time to answer because it's lunchtime.
Yeah, I think so.
Hello, Houston Police.
Oh, hi. I know it's lunchtime.
Yeah, we're. Yeah. We got some burgers here. It's great. What's going on?
Have you ever heard of a $2 bill?
You know, ma'am, don't waste my time.
No, I'm sorry. I do not want to waste your time, especially during lunchtime.
Are you going to ask me if unicorns are real next?
No, it has not come up. However, we got somebody here with a $2 bill.
That's not something that's real.
I knew it. I asked Bill, and he said I needed to call you right away. I don't want to jump the gun.
Oh, no, you're doing the right thing by going directly over your superior's head.
But this child is the 8th grader.
Oh, well, that's a criminal.
I believe that this child is, if not a part of, but definitely in charge of a counterfeit money ring.
That's where my thoughts went to immediately.
And I don't want to go on. Like I said, I did not like to jump the gun. You know me from bingo.
Oh, yeah, no, you do great work there.
She might be Al Qaeda.
Well, they're pretty common in making them $2 bills that I've been hearing about. I just heard about 20 seconds ago.
The $2 bill?
Yeah.
The one that I just told you about.
Oh, that's where I heard it.
Oh, whew, I was like, it's an epidemic.
Yeah, you know, we're going to send over the SWAT team.
Okay, thank you. I feel so much better about it. Are you in Al Qaeda? No. No. What's your name? Becky Johnson. Sounds kind of Muslim-y to me. Don't you mean El Bahib Johnson?
So the $2 bill, it was issued in the early part of the 20th century, and it was produced until 1966.
Yep.
And then they took a break from it for a while, and then they started reissuing it again like 10 years later.
People lose their shit with Susan B. Anthony coins, too.
Which are pretty much the same thing as the Sacagawea.
Yeah.
I think I have 4 different golden coins.
I loved, because when I lived in New York and I would take the subway,
oh yeah, it'd be perfect for that.
It was perfect because you're like in a rush and the dollar thing won't take the dollar and you're just like clink, 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 you go.
Yeah.
It was great, but then after that I was just like, yeah.
But yeah, this student was pulled out of lunch. I can't believe they actually called the police.
It's great.
But this happened at Fort Bend Independent School District.
Independent of books and learning?
It was Fort Bend Independent School District, Krista McAuliffe's middle school.
Who's Krista McAuliffe?
I don't know, but she got to middle school. Yeah, the 8th grader was actually, talk to the police. The police actually told her, you can be in big trouble for this.
Is it Krista with an I or Krista with a C or K?
CHRISTA. Just right by my finger. I don't want to actually go through it, but it took the police actually going to a bank. Like first they called up her grandma, and they said, "Did you give?"
Oh shit! Never mind.
What?
She was the woman who died on the Challenger.
Wow, you're a piece of shit.
Well, I didn't know. You didn't know.
No, but I wasn't the one mocking her.
I just wanted to know why she got a middle school named after her.
Well, what happens when What happens when an 8th grader tries to use a $2 bill to pay for her lunch? You challenger.
Oh.
So the grandma gave her the money for like lunch money. Yeah, that's the one that sends me to hell. So they called her grandma, and they're like, "Did you give her this money for lunch?" The grandma's like, "Yeah, it's money."
How dare you?
And they're like, "Well, it's fake."
Well, it's not.
Like the grandma's like, "Are you serious?" Okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Her grandma didn't give it to her, but her grandma knew about it. She got the $2 bill in change from a convenience store. So her grandma gave her money first, and that was part of the change that she got later on. So the police went to the convenience store, and they ended up taking it to a bank. The bill is from 1953, so it wasn't one of the newer ones that you can just get now. This is one of the older ones.
Oh, wow.
So they took it to a bank where it was scrutinized and examined before the bank's like, yeah, that's money.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
Okay. How do we know?
Because I said it was.
But how do you know?
Because we're a bank.
Oh, and you think you're an expert on money and legal tender?
You're the sheriff, right?
I am the sheriff, yes.
We can elect someone else to do your job?
Technically, yes, you can.
Okay. Because that's probably going to happen.
Oh. Okay.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Take a sucker and have a good day.
Can I have two?
Have 2 suckers and have a good day.
Okay. Just gonna grab 3. Got trying to fight. Criminals might want one. I gotta go.
So yeah, this girl was pulled out of lunch. The grandma's, I'm assuming her grandma is her guardian.
Yeah.
But the grandma's pissed because the school and the police didn't apologize. They took her out of lunch, so she hasn't even eaten lunch for the
I take her out
day.
of school and I take her to like Chuck E. Cheese and be like, "You go crazy. Here's nothing but $2 bills."
And Chuck E. Cheese is like, "What is this shit?"
What is this shit? This isn't real.
It's like,
Chuck E. Cheese shit?
That mouse is a dick. But yeah, she was upset because they're treating her child like they're charging children like adults now. It's like, in one aspect, you're like, yeah, okay, I understand.
She didn't murder anybody. But she's a child.
It's like, all she tried to do is pay for something like that.
Know.
She was in the correct place at the correct time. She was using legal tender. She wasn't jumping the line. She wasn't threatening anyone. She was just trying to buy lunch.
Right. What's she hiding?
Exactly.
You know, maybe they stopped a crime before it happened.
Ooh.
And because of that, I'm going to take one more sucker, making it 4.
Wow. I think you need to share.
No.
Yes. You know, it'd be easy to share if we just
I give
attached
one to my deputy, give one to his horse. The other one's if we catch a criminal.
Because we want to let him know.
And this one?
That's going to be okay.
This one's Churi. It's for me.
This is my after-dinner sucker.
My after-dinner sucker. I mean, you did a good job today. You almost stopped the counterfeit money ring.
That'd be a weird counterfeit ring to have $2 bills. Like, of all the currency people make, like they'll do like the small bills so they can try to get away with it. Because I guess if they said one of the things is the hundreds and the 50s and 20s are getting to be so secure it's harder to fake those. But the like ones and shit are super easy to fake.
Right.
Well, by comparison, they're still incredibly difficult. But I mean, that's the kind of thing that people can make forgeries of. But if a $2 bill, that seems like you are asking to get flagged.
Right.
Because first off, the $2 bill is going to throw some people for a loop, like everyone in Houston. But
Everyone.
it's an odd enough currency that people are going to look at it anyway.
Give a stack of $2 bills to a homeless person. Get this shit out of here.
I need money, you asshole, not toilet paper. Say, look at this guy. He's so rich. He's wiping his ass with $2 bills. Let's not give him a home.
No, do not. Oh, man.
Speaking of people in schools talking out their ass.
Oh, really? Oh, what a segue.
There is a teacher that has been suspended.
What? Teaching evolution.
No, although this was in Tennessee.
Uh-huh. Teaching sciences.
Well, this was scientific of some kind.
Wouldn't let them pray in class.
Well, it's certainly probably got a few dear gods out of it.
Okay. I might as well just let you tell me.
The teacher has been suspended for showing Human Centipede 2.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
I want to say there might be 3 of them.
Oh, my God, is there? That's great.
It could be one of those like Saw where they make the first one and then it just kind of gets out of control from there. I mean, I don't know how you get more out of control than Human Centipede 1, but I have not seen the movies, full disclosure, because once you once you know what the movie's about, you're like, okay, I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are unaware of what Human Centipede is about, it's about this crazy guy, I believe he's a doctor, who decides to sew 3 people together. So there's the first person.
Okay.
And then, like, imagine them being
probably by like some really like by their hips, right?
No, so like imagine them being on their hands and knees, like they're pretending to be a dog, and now take the other person and sew their mouth to that first person's butthole. So when the first person defecates,
right,
it wastes not, want not.
It's efficient.
But you'd think that'd be gross enough, but after the second person. Imagine putting in the third person with their open mouth on the second person's beehole.
Okay.
So now we have 3 people that are walking on hands and knees attached to each other. And that's essentially Human Centipede. Now the sequel, it gets a little more artsy.
A little bit more artsy. Okay.
And
it's where he finds love.
In the second film, it follows a man who watches the first movie and then creates his own centipede.
Oh, I don't like that. It used to be about the centipede, man.
Yeah, now it's about a man creating the centipede after he's seeing someone else do it. It's like, wow, your sequel, you're just making a ripoff of a guy making a ripoff.
Now,
which is the one thing you don't want to have happen in a Human Centipede, is if it rips off.
This guy shows it in school, but I would be most worried about not necessarily showing it in the school, or is that, like, maybe my teacher's saying, like, you don't get your homework in time. This is what's going to happen to you. This guy is my hero.
Or not, like, if they don't say what class this was for, but I'd imagine it's probably like pre-algebra. They have, what kind of homework would you get from, like, you know, when we used to watch movies in school, it was either because this was the book we just read, or we're watching an educational movie and we have to, you know, maybe take a quiz on it, or it pertains to what we're learning.
Right.
What were these kids learning? This was on the syllabus.
I would have, right? If it was on the syllabus, they were learning teamwork.
Anatomy, obviously.
Anatomy.
Close encounter.
The corporate structure.
Corporate structure, yes.
Yes, there's always some.
Because the shit runs downhill.
Shit runs downhill, and there's always some guy with his lips firmly planted on the guy in front of his ass.
Yes. It's trickle-down economics.
I think that maybe they went a little off. They went a little off the wall because it seems like they can learn a lot from this movie now.
Well, the director of the Human Centipede 2 has come out in support of this teacher and said that it should be mandatory to watch the movie in school because it deals with a character that is bullied and what to do with it. So the director is advocating, if you are bullied, take 3 of your classmates together, sew them together ass to mouth.
Oh.
You will not be bullied anymore. Young man, who is bothering you?
Nobody now.
The middle one's vegan, though, and she's being kind of whiny.
She's being kind of a bitch. Like, you shouldn't be showing this. Oh, so you're in favor of bullying, is what you're saying.
Wow. Can you get this school? Pro-bullying.
Pro-bullying.
Like, most schools have 0 tolerance. They have 100% tolerance.
Yeah.
All they do is let people bully.
All they do is let people bully, and they're all about it.
Do you want your child to be bullied? No.
Or would you rather them... In this world, you're either sewed to someone's butthole, or you're sewing someone to someone's butthole. You got to figure out which one you want to be. Worst motivational poster ever.
Put that on like a background of like a kitten, like sitting by himself when there's a bunch of kittens off to the side. Like he wants to play with them,
He's
but
just
he
looking
can't.
at them.
It's like, yeah.
It's just like that commercial with the little horse.
Oh, the Budweiser one with the Clydesdale?
Yeah, and the little. No, this was an Amazon one. It's an Amazon. She gets a little Shetland pony, and all the other horses don't want to deal with it. So she goes on Amazon and gets a doggy door so that horse can come inside. But he's being bullied, and that's
pretty much the same thing as a human centipede. So
Sure.
that makes sense.
And that horse really wants to sew all those other horses together.
And they say, nay.
Right.
Do you want to hear? So the whole reason this came out is because a student told their parent about it, and that parent went to the press. Because that's kind of the way things happen nowadays. Is if you want, excuse me, if you want your problem resolved, it's no longer go to the principal and complain about it.
No,
go to the superintendent and complain about
exactly
it.
To the
It's let's get public outrage in our favor, and then we automatically win. It caused the school to have a press release. Would you like to hear the press release?
Yes, I would.
The Jackson-Madison County School System, in response to any allegations of faculty, staff, or student misconduct, takes all allegations seriously, investigates them thoroughly while protecting the privacy of all parties, and takes any action deemed appropriate for the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Upon learning of an alleged movie viewing, the district immediately launched an internal investigation regarding the alleged viewing of an inappropriate film at Jackson Central Mary High School.
I'm going to have to launch this internal investigation. Tommy, come here.
Yeah?
You watch Human Centipede 2?
No.
You sure?
Okay, I did.
Was it in class?
Yeah, but I didn't want to.
Okay. Thank you. Go to class. This internal investigation has bared fruit. Thanks to my skills as an investigator.
Well, as of the time of this investigation is ongoing. At the time the incident was reported, the teacher was immediately suspended and remained suspended pending the outcome of the investigation.
We can't go on Bobby's word. Bobby's a known liar. He lied about his homework that one time.
Yeah, he
got it.
He faked a note to get out of gym class one day.
Susie.
Yes,
Are you talking like that, Susie? You're weird.
sir.
Oh,
But
okay, sorry.
I don't want to lose my GPA.
Don't cough on me. Yes, that's right. You're a good student. Please don't do that. You watch Human Centipede? Airball?
No, I'm just sick.
Okay. Do you watch Human Centipede too?
Yeah, the teacher showed it in class.
Thank you. The investigation has borne more fruits. It's like a damn orchard over here. An orchard of the truth.
An orchard of the truth.
That's right. Bearing so much fruit. Truth fruit.
Truth fruit. And now a truth fruit smoothie for on the go truth. It's just truth serum and apple juice.
Dude.
It's just a bunch of kids going, and then I stole money from your wallet to get like oaths. And Tommy was the one that burned your mailbox down.
Thank you. Here's some more truth fruit.
Mommy's sleeping with the mailman.
Oh, well, here's some less truth fruit.
So is Daddy.
Oh.
The director has a consolation prize for the teacher that got fired. Do you have any idea what that could possibly be?
Subscription to Netflix.
Nope. Quote, this awesome teacher gets a specially signed copy of the Human Centipede 2 from me. End quote. Hey, lost your job, but I wrote on this DVD case.
To my biggest fan.
You're stupid. Love.
Put your lips on this. Signed, Sicko.
Would you like to know a fun fact about this school?
Yes. It's not like Challenger School or something, is it? Because I don't want to know if it is.
No.
Okay, good.
So, I mean, they're kind of opposed to the Human Centipede movie being shown But this school was made in 1970 by combining two other schools. The combination of Jackson High and Mary High.
Oh, no.
So now it's Jackson Central Mary High.
We're going to combine these two schools. How do you want to do it? You just want to...
Ooh,
Yeah,
I have an idea for promotional materials.
Yes, you, sir.
We should watch Human Centipede 2.
Ooh, okay. And I'm not familiar with that, but yeah, we'll do that.
It's about the joining of two bodies.
Oh, then we will show that at the next board meeting.
Yeah, there's actually joining of three bodies, so if we want to have another school come in, they could be the caboose.
Okay,
I mean, they could be in the suit.
I'm not sure about that title, but yeah, this sounds like government action at work.
Yeah, it's a story about the human experience, about working together when forces collide and you have sex with them.
Oh, man, we should change our mascot to the centipede. What do you think?
Well, I mean, right now it's the cougar.
Yeah, no, definitely. You can't make it a racist Indian anymore, so we might as well, maybe we'll change it to the centipede.
Yeah, and you said it's human, so we can give it a human face.
Yeah, let's give it a human face. And since there's three of us together, it's almost like we could have three humans.
It's like, those horse costumes where someone's the front and someone's the back?
I think that would be perfect.
Just get a modified horse costume.
Yeah, with some more legs.
Exactly. So we'll get two horse costumes, and so...
We could be the horse centipedes. Because he'll have a total of 6 legs.
So the centaurs? The
centaurs.
Centaur? Centaur?
The centaurs.
Oh.
Ooh, with a W.
And that's how schools get their mascots.
And that's how that happens. Oh, man. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, the film is generally referred to as just torture porn.
Sure.
It's the same thing as, like, Saw. Saw is more of a torture porn.
Have you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Which version?
The first one.
The very first one, yes. Saw it a long time ago.
There's a theory. My friend Quinn has a theory that girl was just drugged. That girl was just drugged, and then they basically tormented her. Like, there's I don't know if it's like a myth about the movie, because she's just either the best actress in the world, or she is genuinely terrified.
Oh, so you're saying, like, they filmed her getting tortured.
Yeah, or either that or they got her super high, and then they were like, let's get this performance out of her. You know?
Man,
yeah.
I mean, that was...
Like, if you...
Was it the 60s or 70s?
70s. Early.
Yeah, so that... there was a lot of gray area with things.
If you watch that movie, and you're like, God, she looks genuinely terrified. Why doesn't she still have a career? Chances are she may not have been acting.
Do you want to know what day this movie was shown to the students?
We got Movie Friday.
It was on a Wednesday. It was on April 20th.
Oh, I was going to say March 9th. Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe that explains his decision.
So the teacher wakes up.
You know what we should do?
What?
I'm going to show Human Centipede 2 in my class.
Shut up. No, you're not.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, you're going to get in trouble.
No, I'm not. I'm tenure. Anything they're going to be like, don't. And I'll be like, whatever.
All right.
Give me those chips.
Do it.
I'll tell you how it feels.
Yeah, this is not something you necessarily want to show a student board. But that's the public school system.
Oh, of course.
They don't believe in $2 bills, and they want to watch
Human Centipede 2. $2 bill. Oh, conspiracy.
Human Centipede $2 bill, which when you put a bunch of bills together, they get stuck.
Yeah. Jefferson's face to the back of the James Madison on the back of the Declaration of Independence. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna do a new thing real quick called Short and Stupid.
Short and Stupid.
Not gonna be really a big discussion about it, but and in our efforts to stay away from some political stuff,
it's not that we refuse to bring up anything political, because, I mean, we did talk about how Ted Cruz is possibly the Zodiac Killer. But we figured we at least had to bring this up.
Yeah, apparently Ted Cruz's dad has been accused by the National Enquirer That's right. The same people that said that Jimmy Hoffa is living with JFK and Jimi Hendrix somewhere in an island, and that aliens are a big part of our government.
Well, that part's true. Have you seen Independence Day?
I have.
I mean, the president led attack on the aliens.
I know, but I don't think that was real.
No, that's a documentary.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah,
But-
no, Will Smith retired from flying planes to be an actor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
Bill Pullman,
But,
I think he was like our 32nd president.
Anyway, why is he on the $2 bill? Yeah, no, they, let me see if I can find it. Basically, National Enquirer alleged that, I think his name is Raul Cruz. Is that his name? Whoever, Ted Cruz's father, was the link to, Lee Harvey Oswald. And one of the reasons why you're like, well, that's stupid. It's the National Enquirer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, National Enquirer makes up bullshit all the time.
Right.
I mean, you see a lot, like when you're at the checkout line at Jewel or something, you see all these magazines. And I remember I used to see National Enquirer on there
Raphael Cruz,
all the
sorry,
time.
Raphael Cruz.
Yeah, thank God we got at least part of the story right. It'd be embarrassing if we mixed this up. Like you see all the crazy, the bullshit magazines, you know, all of them are celebrity related, where you see 1 week you have Angelina Jolie on the cover of People talking about how great her life is and how she loves her kids and all this kind of stuff. And the next week you see, I think like Star magazine or something, how she's shrunk to 70 pounds and is murdering the children that she adopts or some kind of bullshit like that. Like, you know it's fake.
Right.
Let me take that back. You should know it's fake. Like, poorly photoshopped, and it's... The problem is people take these things serious.
Yeah, and in this case, it was Donald Trump.
Well.
Who's running to be president. He was talked about. They asked them what he thought about taking his dad on the campaign trail. Says, I think that he's a disgrace allowed to do it. I think it's a disgrace that he's allowed to say it. Trump responded, and in which, because I mean, what was he doing? What was he doing with Lee Harvey Oswald shortly before the shooting? It's horrible.
Yeah, so there's like this, either it's a Photoshop picture or it's just a picture of someone that looks enough like him.
Kind of like him.
So they said that Ted Cruz's dad was hanging out with Lee Harvey Oswald.
A little bit before the shooting. So now
it's kind of one of those things where if you get tagged in a picture with someone on Facebook and like the next night you found out, I don't know, they started flashing people.
Right.
You're like, what were you doing? Were you flashing these people too?
Yeah, his response was, now let's be clear, this is nuts. This is not a reasonable position. This is kooky. Maybe that's one of the reasons why you're not doing so well, Cruz. And while I'm at it, I guess I should go ahead and admit that, yes, my dad killed JFK. He's secretly Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa is buried in his backyard.
Those are bold statements coming from the Zodiac Killer.
That's right. It's just bad. I will say, as of right now, as we are recording this live results of Indiana primaries, Trump is the projected winner of Indiana, which means that Cruz will suspend his campaign and maybe, go back to Zodiac killing.
So what you're saying is, because Trump found out the truth about his father, he's pulling out of the race.
That's it. That's how Fox News would spin it.
Well, I mean, that's how the National Enquirer can spin it too.
Right.
I mean, they used to. I don't know if they do it just to be entertaining or if they're doing it just to try to fuck with people. Like, what's the purpose of the National Enquirer?
I think the National Enquirer is entertainment. I think there's a certain level. I think it's entertainment, like the Weekly World News, which I don't think is printed anymore. That was that made the National Enquirer look somewhat truthful.
Which movie was it? I think it was Men in Black.
Yeah.
They go through and pick up all the weird magazines.
I believe that was Weekly World News.
Well, he grabbed a few of them.
And, yeah.
So, why are you buying that garbage? And it's this is the real news. And, they're real stories. And so, in a sense, it makes sense for that movie. And it's this is all alien stuff. Because you see stuff in there about, the Bat Child and all this.
Yeah.
Like the kind of stuff that was crazy growing up, but now they're starting to do more of celebrity-focused things.
Oh, yeah, like People Magazine. People Magazine isn't real. I mean, more often than not, like, there's stuff that they say, like, so-and-so is on the rocks with... And it's like, okay, where's your proof? There's no proof.
Oh, absolutely. It's all... I for the lack of better terminology, it's essentially clickbait in print form. The attention-grabbing headlines that people used to write with these magazines. I mean, now it's become the term has been coined as clickbait because they have these same exact headlines on their websites. Whereas before, the magazine, you could look at it in the checkout counter and there's no big deal. Whereas now, if you click on that link, you're seeing 80 ads.
Right.
And everything's being...
And now there's money attached to it.
Yeah, so now...
Anyway. But yeah, nonetheless, on a much more, like I said, on a much more stupid level is the fact that that means that Donald Trump was going to be a nominee for the president of the United States. That's a whole other stupid thing. And Bernie Sanders won the Indiana caucus as well. Anyway, nonetheless, let's go on to our which one is it? What's next? You have an update?
Yes, there is a small update. I am sure you guys are just as tired of hearing about this as I am talking about it.
I'm living it.
But I got yet another West Virginia Parkways Authority thing saying, hey, guess what? You're in another toll. But that's not the important part. The important part is ABC7 Chicago has done an investigation into it.
After we scooped them.
Yeah, dicks. Like, I did this story 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Get on my level. So they did this story, and they're finding out that license plates that start with the letter P, once they open it up to passenger cars, it's been having an issue with multiple people in multiple states. The way they do it, they sent with the license plates. If your license plate says P123456, that's supposedly different from a license plate that says P123 space 456. So they're saying, like, yeah, in the system, that's a different license plate. And yet somehow we're getting pinged on it. Because with the truck license plate that I was getting hit with, it was one solid number.
Right.
With mine, it's the
Space.
P, 2 numbers, space, the rest of the numbers. So there's an issue with it. Their investigation, they found one woman who first got something in Colorado, and then she got stuff from the West Virginia Parkways Authority.
Ooh.
And sure enough, it's a semi truck. It's the same thing.
Right.
That truck in her car got pinged. Again, she's driving a small 4-door red car, like 2015 car, and it's a semi truck that it's getting pinged with. They said that it's the responsibility of the local state's issue to get it correct, but at the same time, that local state, it's threatening these people with crimes. And they had another guy that they interviewed that going back to 2010, or no, not 2010, 2012. I forget what year they said, but it's been like at least a year.
Don't you think that somebody would stop and think and go, we're sending a lot of letters to out-of-state people?
Yeah, like it's been
a lot of out-of-state
an excessive
people.
amount.
No.
But this guy has thousands of dollars in debt that's sent to a collection agency.
Well, that's really the next thing is if it starts to affect your credit. Have you checked?
I have not.
You need to do so
Because it's still, in theory, the bills are still current.
Right. So no
it
one's
wouldn't be
called
reported
about a
yet.
collection. Okay.
No.
However, the thing about credit is if they're going to take it off, they have to take it off, and collection agencies are not inclined sometimes to do so.
Right.
So I would get that wrapped up before it gets to that point.
So I watched the segment, and they
Bobby
said,
was there.
and they said, "Oh, that bitch." They said, "We have information for contacting the state to get this taken care of on our website." So I go to the website, and it's the full story, and at the very end of it is, you can call the state at this 800 number.
Oh,
thanks.
Call the state.
So what you're saying is do the thing that I'd done before.
Right.
So, but I figured I would call right then and there. I called a couple hours ago. Their hours are from 8 a.m. to 4:15 p.m.
Yeah, because it's 4:16. I am out the door.
Because got to be out by 4:20.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I cannot believe it. It makes me want to blow up the world.
Oh no, don't.
I won't this time because
something cool.
There's actually something really cool. Now, this technology is not necessarily, it's not the first of its kind, but it is the most user-friendly. There are these two college students, I believe they're second year. They're sophomores at University of Washington. They have created lightweight gloves that can translate sign language into real text and speech. So
wow.
It's, are you familiar with the movie Congo?
Yeah.
Deep cuts for this. So they have the gorilla that can do sign language, and it is connected. It's got like a power glove essentially that translates it. They made a real application of it, so it's just kind of like fingerless gloves they're on them. Whereas before they had the technology, but it'd be a full body scanner and it would scan things and it wouldn't happen instantaneously. It would be one of those things that you have to do it into the system. The system would record it, translate it, and get it back to you. This is happening in live action.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they did this. It's just two students in their spare time. They made this invention. They call it Sign Aloud, all one word. It's a glove prototype. It recognizes hand gestures and placements that matches with the American Sign Language word or phrase, and then it can actually say what it is. Sensors throughout the glove pick up the placement and the motion data of the hands is sent to a computer through Bluetooth technology. So, again, that's something that's not necessarily was available 10 years ago when someone was trying to create this kind of thing. Is now that as technology advances, they can make things smaller and more compatible with practical applications.
Right?
They're sophomores in college.
Oh my God! Why aren't they playing Donkey Kong and they're doing beer bongs?
They did this they're doing this in their spare time. They're undergraduates.
That's awesome.
So it's not even like people that have gone to college for 10 years.
Dude, bong hit? No, I'm working on something.
Yeah, they created the gloves using communal equipment and resources at the UW CoMotion Makerspace. And since then, they have won the Lemelson MIT Undergraduate Student Prize and $10,000.
Wow.
The reason they developed it is they wanted to provide an easy-to-use bridge between native speakers of ASL and the rest of the world. They wanted to do something. They just wanted to do something together that was beneficial to the world. They met as freshmen, and they just kind of bonded over their desires to help people, which you don't really hear about too much in today's world. I mean, we just talked about an entire school trying to get an 8th grader arrested for using money.
Right.
And then
somewhere.
And then we have someone that's 2 years older working with someone that's also 2 years older, just creating things that, because I don't know sign language. I know maybe a couple things, and they're swear words.
Yeah.
I went to school with, we were fortunate enough with my school that we had a section where they could have the facilities to teach special needs kids. We also had the facilities and the teachers to help with hard of hearing kids.
Right.
So it was a very inclusive, just high school to essentially give these students the normal high school feel, so they're not just going to the deaf school. I was friends with a couple deaf kids growing up, and we would say try to get them to teach us the weirdest shit, because when you're a teenager you want to hear how to say the stupidest things possible. I still remember the look on my buddy's face when I asked him if he could teach me how to say rocket turtle. To this day, that's one of the only signs I know. It's a rocket turtle. That's what I know. I know that. I know fuck you.
Yeah, no, and that's funny. The turtle's the same in sign language for in scuba diving.
Well, it's sign language.
I know, but is this boat?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't. Like I said,
sign language.
I know rocket turtle.
Scuba diving,
I don't know boat.
Boat broken.
Yeah, they're saying this is the cool part about it too, is that the gloves, they're saying they believe could have additional applications The suggestion that the gloves could be used in hospitals to monitor the movements of patients recovering from a stroke, and they can be utilized in the gaming community, improving movement and control within virtual reality field. So the first thing I thought of when they had these gloves and everything is the scene in Minority Report where he's doing his hands in the air and he's got a computer that he's functioning with, rotating dials, hitting buttons, moving stuff around, and he's just kind of flailing in the air. When you see that in the movie, you think that's insane. That couldn't happen in our lifetime, but that's so freaking cool and I want it.
Right.
And then this comes along and the guys are like, yeah, we did this in our spare time.
Yeah, just because we got bored.
And we could probably do this for you.
It's awesome.
I thought it's so cool. Like I said, they're not the first people to do this. Obviously, I mean, it was represented in the movie Congo.
Right.
I don't even know why that movie's like fresh in my head. I think I saw it on demand.
Probably.
But I loved that movie growing up.
It's a great movie. Tim Curry.
It's like, yeah, we're gonna use diamonds in a laser gun to shoot monkeys. Yeah. Okay. Sold.
Sold.
And then we're gonna escape in, I believe, a hot air balloon. Was it?
What's the plot?
Yeah. It's like, well, there's a sign language monkey.
Okay.
And then an expedition that gets abandoned.
Okay.
Going after a diamond mine.
Oh, okay.
Tim Curry's gonna be in it.
Okay, we're leaning towards good.
And we're gonna shoot lasers at monkeys.
Greenlit. Greenlit.
Can we get a sequel?
Can we get a sequel? No. Okay. Then we'll just watch this movie over and over for years to come. Podcasts, we'll talk about this. What's a podcast? I don't know. They're going to talk about this. Anyway, that's going to do it for this week. Where can they find us online?
You can find us individually on Twitter at Patrick Newsom42.
That's me.
At Hungry as a Bear. That's me. You can find the entirety of the DVM production. Yeah, dude. I can't do words right now.
Do it.
You can follow the DVM Production Empire on Twitter at DVMP Empire. You can follow this specific podcast at Stupid's Tweeting. Look for us on Facebook at Stupid's Talking Stupid.
Yeah, and once again, dvmpe.com for all your Empire podcast needs. That's going to do it for this week. We will be back next week with more stupid crap, because I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we'll talk to you later.
Bwong.